Hey guys, welcome to Exposed and Fired. Today we're exploring a bunch of viral Karen incidents and the aftermath behind each one. So settle in and enjoy some justice being served.
It's just what's gonna. We don't like you. Okay?
So today's story takes us to Lake Forest, California, where a 54-year-old man was caught on camera harassing a woman at her workplace, threatening her, shouting hateful and racist remarks, and physically assaulting her for no reason at all. The incident happened around 6 p.m. on May 30th at an insurance office near Ridge Route, but things stayed pretty quiet until June 2nd, when the woman involved posted the video online.
You think you're safe, but you're not going to be safer soon. You might get away with this one, but you're going to have a problem.
Are you threatening me, sir? Are you threatening me at my job? You're really threatening me?
You piece of shit.
That's not okay. Don't
You have
come
any-
over here in my job that I'm trying to do and threaten me.
I know you're trying to help these people.
you're my
It would
lawyer.
be nice if you're trying to help these people. But you're being an asshole towards these people. And you're really actually doing them a disservice. You're doing them a disservice. You want to go through this? Look at her smile. You're a bastard and your is heavy. Nobody loves you and you stank. In America, we don't like you. Okay? We don't like you. Let him come. What are you looking for? Oh, yeah, we're ready.
They're not doing you. They're not even saying anything.
Listen.
So get out.
Listen. What we have in our town. You guys are going to try and do a business in our town where we have a place. I don't care if you look like that, you green. I don't care about you. You think? Wait till the sheriff's office comes here. You motherfuckers are going to be out of here. I work with Mexicans all day long. All day long to deliver concrete. I never have a problem. When it comes to you guys and this place, now you got a problem.
Alright, there's a lot to unpack here, but the biggest question is, how did this even happen? Unfortunately, the woman didn't manage to catch some of his earlier aggressive behavior on camera, but she did give a bit of context in the comments. According to her, he got kicked out of the bar in the plaza, and the liquor store next door refused to sell him alcohol, so he came into the office instead. Honestly, if you're drunk enough to get banned from both the bar and the liquor store in the same plaza, maybe it's time to call it a night. Or, well, 6 p.m. So maybe just call it a day. Just by looking at the guy, it's pretty clear he's extremely drunk. But that still doesn't excuse barging into an office, causing a scene for no reason, verbally attacking the staff and their clients, calling them assholes, and even threatening to blast her in the face.
Get out.
I will blast your face off.
Oh, don't.
First off, in what world is it even remotely okay to walk into someone else's workplace and threaten to blast them in the face? This guy's clearly unhinged. He took a quick breather, maybe recharged his crazy, and strolled right back in for a round two.
Hey, come out here. Come out here. Come out here.
No.
It's America. Come out here. Hey, it's America. Come out here. I got big lawyers. I got big lawyers. I got lawyers that are larger than your.
But you just threatened me, sir. You're from my way?
Yeah, it's just what's gonna.
Now, when someone this aggressive is causing a scene at your workplace, you'd think the obvious move is to call the police. But what if they just don't show up? Because that's exactly what happened. Not only did the police completely ignore her report, but her boyfriend, who lived 2 cities away, actually got there before the cops did. How insane is that? A woman calls for help, says she's being threatened and assaulted by a drunk, dangerous man, and the police take hours to respond? Unfortunately, we don't get to see how the rest of the confrontation plays out, but from the footage, we can see him try to swing at the woman while she's trying to get him to leave. It's only at that point that some of the men in the office finally step in. According to the woman, after her boyfriend showed up, the guy even tried to start a fight with him, and it took a couple of clients stepping in to finally force him out. So yeah, he eventually leaves her alone, and then the cops finally show up, take a report, and just go on with their day. But seriously, what if things had taken a darker turn and he actually hurt her? And what was up with the men in the office just sitting there while all this was happening? They could have stepped in and shut it down way before the boyfriend even showed up. Anyway, after she posted the video to try and identify the man and bring him to justice, the video immediately went viral, gaining over 1 million views. That Dinesh guy made a video about the situation, and so did Tizzy, and as expected, the internet did its thing, and the man's identity was revealed. But that's not the only good news, because just 2 days after the video was posted, the Lake Forest Police Services released a statement confirming the arrest of the man, identified as Eric Walter Raminger. Here's what the statement says. We are aware of a video posted recently on social media of a man causing a disturbance using racial charged slurs and allegedly assaulting an employee at a local business. We understand and share the community's concern about the man's behavior. We wanted to share some information about the events regarding this call for clarity and transparency. We received a call about a man yelling at a business near Ridge Route and Lake Forest Drives at 6:47 p.m. on Friday, May 30. With the information provided to dispatch, the call was assigned as a low priority call. The deputies responded to the call and arrived at the business in less than 30 minutes. After speaking with one of the reporting parties, we took a report and forwarded it to our investigators. A deputy was able to identify the suspect from previous contact, and today, at approximately 2:30 p.m., the deputies arrested 54-year-old Eric Walter Raminger of Lake Forest. Raminger was taken into custody on suspicion of trespassing, assault, battery, criminal threats, and charges related to hate crimes. Okay, so according to the cops, deputies showed up at the business about 30 minutes after the first 911 call. But that doesn't exactly line up with the victim's side of the story. She clearly said she called twice, and they didn't show up until hours later. At least we know he's been arrested, charged, so this time he won't just walk away like nothing happened. And the charges aren't light either. If he's convicted, he could be looking at about 4 to 6 years in prison. Of course, that doesn't mean he's suddenly going to stop being a hateful, vile person, and let's be real, he probably won't even do any time. He'll most likely just get a fine and walk away. But hey, at least he's sobered up now that he's sitting in a jail cell. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Soy de Oaxaca.
America? English.
¿Me puede dejar pasar, por
I don't
favor?
give a sh**. You bring down my property values? No.
Hey there, let me ask you this. What happens when you get caught on camera on someone's home surveillance yelling racially charged stuff and pushing a 7 months pregnant street vendor to the ground? Well, you get exposed and probably fired. Now, we're still waiting on the fired part, but she's definitely facing serious backlash and legal consequences. So, on April 14th, around 4 p.m., at the corner of Torrance Street and Brandon Avenue in Simi Valley, California, a pregnant street vendor named Mary B. was rolling her food cart down the sidewalk just like she does every afternoon. Then, her neighbor showed up and started blocking her path. Eventually, things escalated and the woman began shoving Mary's cart, trying to force her off the street. At one point, she told Mary to speak English because she was in America and kept pushing until Mary fell to the ground. But hey, why just take my word for it when you can watch the footage yourself?
I told you and told you. I don't want you down this street.
Voy a pasar
No.
a vender.
Go. Go, 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 go. You're not coming down the street anymore.
Déjeme pasar.
No.
Yo no la estoy molestando en su casa, estoy pasando en la calle. ¿Sí?
English.
No,
Yes.
no puedo. Soy de Oaxaca.
America? English. No more.
First things first, it's pretty clear this wasn't the first time. Mary had definitely been stopped and harassed by this woman more than once, dealing with her comments, attitude, and straight up bullying. It feels like Mary knew something was coming. She probably expected another confrontation, which is why she had her phone and camera ready to record. We can also clearly see that she's forcefully not letting Mary pass, so there's that. Okay, let's continue.
Déjeme pasar. ¿Me puede dejar pasar, por favor?
No entiende? And I don't care.
No. Yo no la estoy molestando, señora.
I told you not to come down the street anymore, and I f***ing meant it. You bring down my property values? No.
Hey, you can't do that to her like that.
I didn't mean to push her down, but she's not allowed to be on the street either.
Hey, don't put your hands on her. Hey, don't put your hands on her. Stop, back away. Back away. You understand me? Don't put your hands on her. That doesn't mean you know that. Don't ever do it. I did. I saw everything. Everything. That baby. Hey, back up. Hey.
First of all, a fall like that can cause some serious harm, bruises, early labor, or maybe even worse. So yeah, this is not a joke. Fortunately, a few hours after the incident, Mary went to the hospital to get checked out, and doctors told her she was okay, but she did have some bruising from the fall. The Simi Valley Police Department responded shortly after the call and identified the aggressor as Julie Christine Sanchez, a 56-year-old registered nurse. Let me reiterate, her last name is Sanchez. Oh my, the irony is very strong with this one. So with police on scene, Sanchez was given a citation for battery, but later, the Simi Valley Police Department actually arrested her over the confrontation. The case was then forwarded to the Ventura County District Attorney's Office for further review, and Sanchez is now facing battery charges. She's also been issued a summons to appear in Ventura County Superior Court on May 14th. A round of applause, everyone, but don't go anywhere because we're not done yet. Here's where things get interesting. First, Mary has filed a civil rights lawsuit. Second, the attorneys for Mary B., who announced the lawsuit Friday morning at a news conference, are pressuring the FBI and the Ventura County District Attorney to prosecute the incident as a hate crime, arguing that the Simi Valley Police Department is disregarding the case as insignificant. They hope federal and county authorities will take the case seriously and investigate it further.
And to speak Spanish, because you speak Spanish, you're going to be attacked. A pregnant woman's going to be attacked and slammed to the ground. Well, I have this to say. If you're going to be attacking people because they look different and they speak a different language and you're going to hurt them, we're going to come after you.
I'm just here to ask if we could take a closer look at this case and pay more careful attention to this case to ensure that this woman, her unborn child, and the entire street vendor community is protected, to ensure that people like that local woman who attacked Mari are held accountable.
Once the footage hit the internet, it racked up millions of views across Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And yeah, people were not having it. One of the first things internet detectives uncovered was that Sanchez is a registered neonatal intensive care unit nurse at Holy Cross Hospital in Mission Hills and Dignity Health in Simi Valley. Naturally, this sparked a firestorm in the comments because how do you work as a nurse caring for critically ill and premature newborns while also being the kind of person who pushes a pregnant woman to the ground and yells demeaning remarks? So yeah, a lot of people are now calling for her nursing license to be revoked, and rightfully so. Right now, if you check out Providence Holy Cross Medical Center's Facebook page, you'll see they have directly addressed the situation, but with so many people getting heated and flooding their comments section, the company couldn't exactly ignore it. So they just slapped up this generic copy-paste statement saying, "As an organization that is steadfast in serving all, the behavior depicted in the video does not align with our mission and core values. Our hearts are with the victim of this incident, and we pray for her quick recovery. As this incident did not occur on our property, we will not comment further." Those first few sentences almost made it sound like she was put on leave or maybe even fired, but that last line gave it away. They couldn't care less, and their excuse is pathetic. It's not about where it happened, it's about the fact that she's behaving like this while representing your clinic, and you're out here acting like it's not a problem? And it's pretty interesting because honestly, I thought after getting slammed with 1-star Google reviews, they'd fold under the pressure, but maybe they just need a few more angry phone calls and bad reviews before they finally take action. Mary's civil rights attorney, Christian Contreras, has also organized a GoFundMe page for anyone who wants to support Mary and her unborn child. Currently, it's already pulled in almost half of the $50,000 goal. I'll leave the link in the comments below for anyone who wants to check it out. So as you can see, this story is still developing, but the damage is already done. Sanchez's reputation is ruined, she's probably about to get fired, and she's now facing both a civil lawsuit and a criminal case. I'd like to hope that this will teach her to mind her own business and realize she doesn't own the street, but let's be real, that's probably not going to happen. She's just going to be more cautious from now on. If the story takes another big turn and I think it's worth updating, I'll definitely do that. But until then, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.
See someone driving! You pulled out! You out! No, you pulled in front of me! You pulled in front of me! Take the whole thing, you
So, this whole situation came to light thanks to Tizzy, and let me tell you, it's pretty wild. According to the person who recorded the video, this happened in Buffalo, New York on June 4th at around 6:23 p.m. at Catalyst Fitness on Eggert Road. My roommate was driving, and as we pulled into the plaza, a woman suddenly swerved out from a row of parking spaces and tried to turn into our lane, completely on top of us. My roommate continued driving as usual and pulled away, but the woman began chasing us in her car, screaming all the way down the length of the plaza, swerving and trying to ram us the entire time. We eventually reached Catalyst Fitness at the end of the plaza, where she pulled in front of us and blocked her path so she could get out of her car. That's when I started recording. So apparently, even though she was the one in the wrong, this woman got all up in her feelings and decided it was time for some good old-fashioned road rage.
What are you doing? Are you oh my god! Man, Kira! Oh my god.
I don't know what to do. They're just like,
Is
hello?
she serious?
What the
Dude.
are we doing? Girl!
Wait for her to get out and then drive off.
See someone driving! You pulled out! You pulled out! No, you pulled in front of me! You pulled in front of me! Take the whole thing, you
Oh, there it is. There it is. Crazy. Oh, wait, she's still going to jail.
It's crazy.
Oh, she's going to jail.
So yeah, this woman is absolutely unhinged. You can clearly see her reversing aggressively toward the victim's car, and at one point, it honestly looked like she was trying to floor it and ram right into them. I mean, I understand that road rage is a part of the driving experience in America, but what's not okay is using your anger as an excuse to hurt someone or throw slurs at them. You could tell from the person filming that this wasn't their first rodeo dealing with someone like that. Thankfully, once Tizzy uploaded his video, it didn't take long for the internet to do what it does best and uncover her identity. And just take a wild guess what kind of job someone like her probably has.
Buffalo, New York, someone do me a favor. Tell me who she is.
Not from Buffalo, Tizzy, but I got this. Hold on just 1 second, and ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Sanfilippo has been found. And if you look at her LinkedIn page, she's a full-time nanny. That's right. For the low, low price of whatever the hell she charges, you can have a racist raise your kids. Or maybe not, because in the last few hours, she has disabled her LinkedIn page. So anyone who's found her before this video, good job. You put a racist in their place.
Yeah, she's a nanny. I mean, why wouldn't she be? Someone with such a nasty and hateful attitude should definitely be put in charge of children. Apparently, her identity was also confirmed by another TikTok user who seemed to have actually had a previous encounter with her as a nanny, but for some reason, she decided to private the videos. Melissa Sanfilippo might have a tough time landing new gigs now that she's internet famous, and not in a good way. She ended up taking down her LinkedIn, but at this point, anyone thinking about hiring her to watch their kids can find everything with a quick background check. You know what they say, the internet never forgets. And this is exactly why you should always hit record if you ever find yourself in a situation like this. Speaking of which, that brings me to a similar incident that happened about 2 weeks ago in North Carolina. Except this person not only lost their job, but also got themselves arrested. What you're about to witness is a full-on meltdown from a small man with a massive ego and an even bigger truck, who somehow can't handle the idea of sharing the road with anyone else.
I have a radar. Well, drive better, motherfucker.
You need to watch your mouth.
Hold on.
So here's what happened. On June 20th, a biker influencer named Faith Rides was cruising down Oak Ridge Duncan Road in Arena, North Carolina, when she came face to face with this male Karen in a pickup truck. According to her caption, she'd already been on the road for 4 straight hours. And since she knows how dangerous it can be for bikers, she had a radar installed that alerts her when a car is coming up behind, so she can safely move out of the way. Then this guy shows up, flying past her within inches, blaring his horn like a maniac and causing a completely unnecessary scene.
I'm just letting you know, one person has already got killed on this fucking road riding a bike. You're in a fucking curve. When these trucks come around and hit you and kill you, you're gonna be fucking dead.
Okay, do you understand? I have a radar. Well, drive better, mother. Come on back. Let's get that.
You need to watch your fucking mouth.
Hold on. No, you're not. You're cursing at me. You're cursing at me. Oh my God. Let's see how viral you get.
How are you gonna tell someone to be careful on the road so they don't get hit by a truck and then be the truck driving aggressively at them? The irony is completely lost on this guy.
But anywho, this post is for the people that think that he's such a great person. You know, maybe he was having a bad day. You know, that screaming at you was just pure care and love. Anyway, so a little bit of backstory. I'm going down a hill. My radar goes off saying somebody's behind you. And my radar goes off letting me know a good distance when somebody's there. So he starts to blare his horn. And instead of passing me, since he saw me at a good distance, he decides to pass me super fast, about 1.5 feet, all the while blaring his horn. So he passes me and starts to go up the road. I give him the finger. Yes, I did. I don't even care. So I give him the finger and I see him slowing. So I stop and he stops at the top of the hill. At the top of the hill, he decides to yell at me and says, I shouldn't be on this road. And I tell him I can be here legally, you know, because I can. Anyway, so that's when he goes into the other lane to reverse because he was actually blocking another vehicle. So if anybody's doing something illegal, it was him. But anyway, so that's when he reverses, and that's when the video cues in, because I was like, wow, this person seems really special.
The reason bikers have to be careful is literally because of people like him. Now, I get it, some bikers can be reckless, but according to the caption on Faith's original post, she has ridden this road more times than she can count, and she follows all the laws. That's exactly why she got the radar in the first place, because she doesn't want to end up dead thanks to some angry driver with a short fuse. And of course, what's funnier than a guy cussing someone out than getting mad when they cuss back? Classic. What's especially interesting about this story is that she didn't need any big influencers to boost it. She actually figured out the guy's identity on her own. Although, because of the logo on his shirt, a few people did initially misidentify him as someone else, but that didn't last long. Back to it. With a video going mega viral on TikTok and making the rounds in a few Facebook groups, it was only a matter of time before his real identity came out. And would it really surprise you to hear that this wasn't his first offense?
Hold on. And
And we have an update. I now know who the man was that was driving that truck, and I can tell you it was not Ben Ayler, his wife, his brother, Mike Ayler Trucking, or Mudlove Off-Road. They had absolutely nothing to do with this, so we need to be sure we're not accusing them of something they had nothing to do with. I've also since found out that he no longer works for A&R. Once the company owner found out about his behavior, he decided to let him go last Friday. So it's just really sad that he's getting backlash because this guy decided to wear his work shirt while losing his crap on the side of the road.
It turns out his real name is Ronald Curran, and he was actually an employee at A&R. Yeah, was. But you know what's worse than getting fired? Getting arrested.
In all honesty, I really thought about letting this all go and not going to the police with this information, but I had somebody reach out to me. Another lady about a week ago experienced the same thing, except she was in a car and he was threatening to blow her brains out. So I'm going to be talking with her and seeing what steps she's about to do, and I'm probably going to go ahead at least take this to the police so they can at least see what kind of behavior he has. So I'll keep you in the loop. I don't know, maybe some of you are going to say like, oh, he was caring about you, trying to let her, no. He is unhinged, obviously, because why would somebody do that to somebody in a car? I mean, that's next level. But anywho, so she pressed charges, and this your boy right here. This your boy right here that everybody's saying he cared about me so much. You know, he was just looking out for me. He's looking out for me right after he purposely almost hit me. You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense.
What are the odds that a man who nearly ran over a woman on a bike just because he didn't want to share the road would also turn out to be violent toward other women? I mean, doesn't that kind of destroy the whole "he was just having a bad day" excuse, or the idea that he was simply frustrated with bikers like everyone else? According to her caption, the incident with another woman actually happened just a week before hers, and in that case, he stopped the woman twice while she was in her car just to scream at her, and those are only the 2 incidents we know about. Who knows how many other women this man has harassed or threatened in public? What a beautiful ending to the story, though. Not only did he lose his job and completely trash his reputation, but he also walked away with a nice little criminal record as a souvenir. According to his arrest record, he was taken into custody in Harnett County, North Carolina, and his bond was set to $2,500. But it's unclear if he's been bailed out yet. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Today we've got a wild story about a guy who's known as the Tesla road rage driver. Although, the incident that really blew up happened in a gym. That's the one you've probably seen because it's gotten millions of views already. But what you probably didn't know is that it wasn't his first time causing trouble. There are at least 10 other videos out there showing this dude on the road, threatening people and smashing up their cars. And apparently, he's got a history of specifically going after women. So yeah, a solid combination of red flags here. But for starters, let's check out the clip all the news outlets have been covering these past few weeks.
I'm sorry? You want to say that again?
Walk up again?
Say that again.
Give me a minute.
I'm at the gym right now and this guy said he's gonna sock me in my face because I walk next to his machine. There's no way this is real. What's wrong with you?
Why are you recording me?
Get away from me!
What's going on? Doing? Stop recording me, Stop recording people.
He came up behind me and said, "Hey, do me a favor, don't walk past my machine when I'm using it again." I was so taken aback because I'm not one to be spoken to like that.
So yeah, this guy is clearly a ticking time bomb, just flipping out over the dumbest stuff and threatening her like he owns the gym. Thankfully, the woman had the sense to record him and put it online, or who knows how long this would have stayed under the radar. And remember when I said there's a bunch of clips of him losing it on the road? I wasn't kidding.
That's 800-485-1049.
This attack happened Tuesday. Moments before this, though, the victim saw that same driver trying to run a white car off of the road. You then see the man get out of his car, chase the white car, but that driver escapes. The man recording the incident didn't want to be identified, but says he followed the driver to get his license plate.
I wanted to help this one person. They seemed like they were in a scary event, and the next thing you know, I'm in the scary event.
It was just so random. Who does that? All I did was, because he was taking forever to merge, and I just honked.
Layla is that someone else. You can see her swerve to exit in this video before he jumps out of his car and runs towards her.
I honestly did feel like he was going to either break my windows and pull me out.
I don't feel safe, to even post anything or even go anywhere.
She went to a storage facility in Atwater Village 2 months ago and said when she turned a corner, the man got out of his car unprovoked and harassed her. So she started recording.
Better go outside of Cali, where you came from.
You don't even know where I'm from.
Yeah, you ain't from Cali.
I'm born and raised in LA. I ended up leaving, and at the red light, he comes after me. He literally comes after me and follows me out. Still as you're driving. As I'm driving.
Since our story aired about that one incident, we've learned of others that may involve this same man. One incident happened in Atwater Village back in November. A woman sent us videos saying he threatened her outside of a storage facility. Another woman reported an incident on the 101 North in Echo Park after a man pulled in front of her, brake checks her, then gets out with a pipe and attacks her car.
Wow. What?
The Tesla was coming into oncoming traffic. We confronted each other, and I said to him, "You can make it." And immediately he went into some kind of psycho mode, starts screaming and motioning.
She says the Tesla driver gets out of his car and throws a soda can at them, then gets back in his car. This surveillance video shows a nearby valet worker in a white t-shirt trying to talk to the driver.
The valet guy's, "Hey, calm down, sir, calm down. What's going on? You can see that these are women, and she's an elderly woman." And boom, he just smashes them in the face. I take up my phone, I start snapping a couple pictures. I'm trying to back out. They get into it.
The Tesla driver backs up and is visibly angry before driving away. The woman says she made a report with the West Hollywood police, but she's still worried about her safety.
We are in the process of the investigation to confirm who this individual is.
He punched me straight in the left eye. I had no time to react, and at that instant he ran back into his vehicle.
So not just attacking vehicles, as bad as that is, he is now physically assaulted a woman, as well as getting in fights with like a valet attendant. They now have 10 victims at least of his.
Anger management isn't gonna help here. He's seriously dangerous, and it's only a matter of time before he either takes someone's life or someone pulls a piece and multiple lives get ruined. Throughout his criminal career, he's attacked multiple people and been charged in 9 different states for assault, vandalism, elder abuse, threats, stalking, theft, and so on. And it's not like this is anything new. He's had a criminal record going back 20 years. Definitely not someone you want anywhere near you. What's weird is, at first glance, it looks like he doesn't even try to hide. Like, he'll kind of cover his face sometimes, but he's always driving the same Tesla, wearing the same military-looking shirt, and swinging around the same weapon. But here's the thing, he is trying to hide, just not in an obvious way. The reason he's got charges in 9 different states is because he's constantly moving around. He's been trying to stay one step ahead of the police the whole time. That's part of the problem. The more he moves, the harder it is to catch him. And it probably gives him this ego chip, like he's untouchable. That's why he keeps doing this stuff. He thinks the rules don't apply to him. And it's not just that he's violent, he's also somewhat calculated. You'll notice he never goes after anyone who might fight back. In all of the clips I've shown you, it's always women or older people. He knows what he's doing. He targets people who can't or won't defend themselves, which is honestly just so pathetic. If it were only a few incidents involving women or the elderly, I'd call it a coincidence. But it's not just a few incidents. So yeah, eventually the consequences caught up to him. After enough people came forward, and especially thanks to Tiziant, who handed over all the info to the authorities on behalf of the victims, he finally got arrested. A lot of the victims wanted to stay anonymous, which honestly makes sense. They were scared this Tesla maniac might actually come after them. Turns out his name is Nathaniel Walter Radamak. When police finally got him, they searched his car and found steroids and over 30 grand in cash. Because, of course, he had a sketchy stash of money just sitting there. He was held in LA County Jail, and then finally, after all the chaos, the court handed down his sentence. Drum roll, please.
A Tesla driver involved in several Southern Cal road rage incidents has been sentenced to 5 years for assault.
5 years in prison. 5 years might sound like a lot, but let's be real here. It's been 20 years of this guy causing chaos, and he's only really going down for a few road rage incidents that happen to get caught on camera. When you think about how many times he's probably done this kind of stuff without anyone reporting it or without enough evidence to press charges, 5 years feels kinda light, especially for someone who's a repeat offender and a legit threat to public safety. It's good he's finally off the streets, no question, but some of the victims weren't exactly celebrating.
I feel like it's definitely still not over, especially because 5 years isn't enough. I just feel like he's going to come out and just still be infuriated, you know, especially now that all of our names are out in public record for the majority of us.
5 years goes by really fast. I think it's not enough because he has prior history, violent history.
This victim recalling her frightening encounter with Radamak on the 101 freeway last November. The dash video leading to 2 of Radamak's eventual convictions.
He went around me and completely stopped, and this was on full freeway, and just got out of the car and started hitting me. I felt like if I didn't get away, he would have cracked my window.
Another victim also running into him in November at a storage facility in Atwater Village. Her camera also rolling.
He didn't do anything to my vehicle. He just threatened me and continuously was telling me that he was going to break my jaw.
Amid the relief tonight, disappointment that other alleged victims mentioned in the criminal complaint against Radamak didn't get convictions, and other alleged victims who reached out to Eyewitness News say their cases were never even submitted to the DA.
We feel like justice has been served, although we also feel that a lot of the victims haven't been heard.
So here's where things really go downhill. Radamak was released after serving just 10 months of his sentence. Yeah, 10 months. CBS News broke it down like this. A judge delivered his sentence on October 4th, 2023, and he was scheduled to be released on Wednesday, August 28, 2024. Radamak received credit for 424 days served for the nearly 250 days he spent in county jail during the trial. He was also awarded 212 days for good behavior. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation said in a statement, Radamak was released to parole supervision in Los Angeles County on August 28, 2024, after serving his full sentence as defined by law. So technically, by the book, he served his full sentence. But 10 months for everything he did, that's bullshit. A lot of people weren't happy about it, especially the victims. During a Zoom conference, 3 women spoke out on how scared they were now that he's out. And yeah, that fear is totally valid. This guy's shown again and again that he targets women after all. 10 months is a slap on the wrist. Someone like him shouldn't be walking around freely, and he definitely shouldn't be allowed behind the wheel ever again. Now, this is where things take a turn. After he got out, no one really knew what he was up to, and judging by his history, it probably wasn't anything wholesome. Then on May 7th, he pops back up, caught on surveillance footage doing this in Hawaii.
Tonight, new video of a notorious road rage driver at it again. His latest alleged victims, a mother and her teenage daughter in Hawaii.
And I was just protecting my daughter like any mom is gonna do.
Diane Ung says she was teaching her daughter how to parallel park on Wednesday when a Tesla came zooming by.
Maybe 40, 50 down the street and almost clipped her. And then her big mouth, you know, local people gonna yell out their window. She said, slow down.
Surveillance video then showing him make a U-turn. She said he then started yelling at her 18-year-old daughter, whose baby was asleep in the car.
Saying, what the F did you say to me? Say it back to me. Then he got closer to my daughter's window, reached in and punched her in her face.
Ung then got out to defend her.
Halfway in his car already, and he, what did you say to me? You better shut your face before, you know, I come and do that, the same thing I did to her. I had my coffee in my hand, my iced coffee from McDonald's, threw it at his car, and he came running across the street, struck me like Superman punch right inside my face. I fell down to the ground, big gash in my head.
She said the driver then took off.
And I'm just like, go check on the baby. Don't worry about me. Go check on the baby.
What a tough guy, right? Real masculine energy just radiating off him. He punched a 35-year-old mother and her 18-year-old daughter in the face while a baby was sleeping in the car. Why? Because the daughter had the nerve to say, "Slow down." That's it? That's what set him off? This is what happens when you release someone who clearly hasn't learned anything. No reflection, no growth, and let them out early. A repeat offender gets released 4 years early, gets this insane second chance, and what does he do? Dives straight back into doing the one thing he's known for. Like he thought, wow, that was close. Anyway, time to assault more women. Luckily, after he assaulted those 2 women, he didn't stay out for long. Honolulu police arrested him the next day and hit him with charges for unauthorized entry into a motor vehicle and 2 counts of assault. He got transferred to jail, and then karma showed up. According to CBS News, at approximately 4:25 p.m. Monday, May 12, 2025, Nathaniel Radamak was allegedly assaulted by other inmates in the housing unit at the Halawa Correctional Facility, said a statement from the Hawaii Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. He sustained injuries to his face and torso and was taken to a local hospital for treatment. This guy needed to be humbled, and humbled he was. After getting his face rearranged, they tossed him right back in jail with this lovely mugshot. According to Tizzy Ent, some guys inside figured out who he was and decided to handle things themselves. And honestly, in my humble opinion, that was a long time coming. Hopefully this serves as a wake-up call for Radamak, but highly unlikely. After the news broke about him attacking that mom and her daughter, another woman came forward. She recognized him from the coverage and past news articles and realized, wait a minute, that's the same guy from the gym incident she had recorded. So yeah, that gym clip got passed along after she saw the news and realized just how serious this guy's history is. Now, the big question is, what's next for him? Because it's painfully clear this guy hasn't changed at all. Still violent, still unpredictable, still the Tesla road rage driver. And just to be clear, that gym incident happened a few weeks ago, so this is still really fresh. So here's the rundown. His Hawaii saga begins. He either moved there or was just visiting. He harasses a woman in the gym, assaults a mom and a daughter, gets arrested, takes a beating in jail, and then the gym video gets handed over to the media, probably to the cops too. He's still locked up, and his court date for the assault was set for May 22nd. He pleaded not guilty to a felony charge for unauthorized entry into a vehicle and 2 misdemeanor charges for assault in the 3rd degree. And currently, it looks like Radamak will remain in custody as the legal process plays out for the new charges. So as you can see, the story is still actively developing. According to NBC Los Angeles, the 3 victims' attorney, Gloria Allred, said while she does not know how and when Radamak moved to Hawaii, she promised to push for an extradition once he's found to have violated parole. I'd like to see him, if he is convicted in Hawaii, be sentenced to the maximum sentence that is possible under the law. I would like to see him brought back to LA to serve a further term. If this guy doesn't end up behind bars for good, he's just gonna keep doing this. If the justice system keeps handing him freebies, news stations might as well keep a camera crew on standby, because this won't stop until someone finally treats him like the threat he actually is. And if that day does come, that's a win. Not just for the victims, but for literally anyone who doesn't want to get jumped by a Tesla driver with roid rage. Hope you enjoyed this one. Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Touch me one more time. Touch me one more time, nigga. One more time, bro.
I'll post it on TikTok for your information.
So, to give you some context here, a woman behind the camera noticed a few customers being rude to an elderly Walmart employee. A few staff members, including the woman, wanted to figure out what was the problem. So let's check out the video just so you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, bro. I get to the incident with one of our employees over there inside,
She don't speak English, bro. I asked for her help 3 times.
Yeah, I know.
And then she started yelling Spanish at me, vulgar language.
Yeah.
She knows what she was saying. Basically cussing me out, dude.
Yeah.
That's not professional.
She's old. She's not gonna be cussing at you. And I'll post it on TikTok.
No. Pointing at me, screaming at me in Spanish, telling me, cussing me out. I just need help getting this belt out. So she finally pulled it out, give me with this, and this dip. So if anyone you should be talking to her about it, bro, for talk smack to us, I don't know why you put me to this guy, bro.
Go call her. Go call her and see if she was talking smack.
And who are you?
None of your business who I am.
Okay, then, don't even
None of your business.
Hey, don't touch me, bro. Touch me one more time. Touch me one more time. One more time, bro.
He's a minor by your
I don't give a
information.
shit. You want to put a hand on her ass, man? Put your hand
And you
on
want
me,
to
bro.
scream at an old lady? You want to scream at her? You, fat ass.
Get out of here, man. You, bro. All you motherfuckers, bro.
You.
You came to me wrong.
I'll post it on TikTok for your information. I'll post it on TikTok.
Okay, well, they need to learn how to speak English, bro. Seriously. This, I feel you, dog. I feel you. No, but hey, next time you want to talk to them away from this trash right here, bro.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Okay, so next time you want to call me, let's do a man-to-man outside together.
I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm pretty sure an elderly lady didn't just cuss him out for no reason. And if she did, it was probably triggered by his insufferable behavior and short temper.
You know what she was saying? Basically cussing me out, dude.
She was basically cussing me out? But how would you know if you didn't speak Spanish? Those are just assumptions at that point. If she had actually said any real Spanish cuss words, the guy would have definitely noticed and started freaking out, yelling, "She said this, she said that," because most people recognize common Spanish cuss words. So yeah, I'm not really buying it.
Go call her. Go call her and see if she was talking smack.
Who are you?
Then, after blaming the elderly woman for a while, when the moment comes to actually asking the elderly woman if she was talking smack, all of a sudden, big tough guy energy comes in asking, "Who are you?" Okay, we're suddenly changing the conversation, I guess, here. Something tells me it's because you know you're full of shit. Best part is, his wife or partner speaks Spanish, at least to some extent, so the fact that she could have resolved the situation peacefully but didn't speaks volumes.
None of your business.
Hey, don't touch me, bro. Touch me one more time. Touch me one more time. One more time, bro.
Moments after, where is all this aggressive behavior coming from? Especially with kids and customers walking by? Why does he need to be such a jerk? The worker barely touched the guy's arm and all hell broke loose. This TikTok commentator sums it up very well. All that kid did was touch his arm to bring the attention back to the situation, and he emotionally fell apart. So, ironically, now he's the one hurling cuss words, but also dropping the N-word and borderline a minor. Great.
On TikTok for your information.
Whoop her ass, babe, is like peak trash comedy. Of course, it didn't take long for this to blow up online, and with the internet fame comes consequences. Dean Mares and Dominique Garcia. Hey, Dean, how's your air conditioning and heating business doing? Oh, apparently not so great. Yelp had to halt the page from receiving any more reviews. And what about your website? Oh, also gone. What I don't understand is that in his Facebook he claims to be such a man of God, like a super religious person, and yet he's out here acting like a total bully. But I guess if you can rack up 30 criminal cases, maybe hypocrisy isn't at the top of his concerns. That Dinesh guy, take it away.
What's most interesting about Dean is his criminal record. Let's go through it. Speeding, faster than reasonable, criminal trespassing, third degree, remain unlawfully on property, not specified. There's another crime he did. He wasn't specifying enough. Speeding, more than reasonable and prudent amount. Exceeding 85 miles per hour while speeding. Speeding greater than reasonable and prudent. Yep. Probation violation. FTA written promise to appear. Not specified again. A kidnap, death, injury, sex, aid, felony. Assault, intent, reckless injure. Contractor advertising violation. Engaging contracting without a license. Speed, reasonable, and prudent. He speeds a lot. This guy should not be driving. He should have his license taken away. Criminal trespassing, third degree. Again, remain unlawfully on property. Driving with driver's license did get suspended, and he drove without it. So I guess that didn't help. Red light, failure to stop at red light. Remain stopped or remain stopped. Local charge. No current registration. Failure to produce evidence of financial responsibility. Lap and shoulder belts required. Local charge. Assault intent, reckless injury. It's assault intent of reckless or injury. Drive one lane, driving down a one lane, unsafe lane change. Driving one lane, unsafe lane change, not specified. While running a red light and speeding. You walking disaster. How dare you talk back to anyone?
Nobody's pinned down an actual employer for him, which suggests he might be fully self-employed. Well, good luck finding new clients in Phoenix, Dean. You basically signed your own pink slip the moment that camera started rolling.
What? That black bitch. Get the car, you little skinny black. Yeah.
What? You just hit him. Who? Thank you for recording, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Man, call the police. We finna get these. What the?
Instead of me explaining, let's take a look at the TikTok the girl behind the camera posted so you can get the full context.
So we was in the parking lot to Chicken Go. We just came from Dollar Tree. And my friend had spilled his drink on himself in the car. The parking spot next to us was empty. So he opened his door. He's swiping the ice out the car. He mad as hell. He like, damn, I just spilled my drink, this, that, and the third. He talking to us. He's just talking. You know how people get when they get mad. Then a car pull up, but they can't get in because my friend got his door open. So they waited till my friend closed the door. My friend closed the door just a little bit. And then the other boy, he got out the car. He like, excuse me. The other one with the champion shirt on, he like, excuse me. He being nice as hell. And then my friend just said he's screaming about the spilled drink. He's not even talking to nobody. We just came from church. Nobody's finna touch these white people. Like, come on now, make it make sense. We are black. Actually, I'm white. I called the police. Then my friend steady cussing. So the other man, the taller one, he got out. He like, what is so goddamn? Who the hell talking so like a rap dog? We like, hold on. I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm just thinking this is another white man. Like, we not thinking nothing of it. Da, da, da. So my friend go to the trunk because he got towels in the trunk. So he trying to get the towel to wipe off his spilled drink. The white man get the getting up in his face. We think he finna walk away. He get the getting up in his face. He like, pull the gun out. Pull the gun out the car. Pull the gun out the car. Yelling, screaming, causing a scene. We like, wait, we don't got no gun. We just came from church. Like, what? We like, cause that's why it caught us off guard. That's why we ain't start recording right there, cause we so in shock. Like, is this really happening? I ain't never had no racial encounter like that. And these are two men. What y'all really want us to do? It's two girls and one boy. And the boy, we trying to get him to not go to jail because we know if anything happened, this shit can be flipped on us at any point. So then he pushed my friend. My friend grabbed a little black pole with a sharp end on it because they be working on cars. So they be having like tools and stuff. So he pulled out that little black thing. That's what the man was talking about in the video. He like, you get that little black thing. So he pulled it out. And, the white man started walking towards him. This, that, and the third. My friend in the middle like, this not finna happen right now. My friend on probation, we not doing that. So then he pulled out a pocket knife. A pocket knife? Is you cool? You wanted us to shoot you? If we did have a gun, you wanted us to shoot you. Because you had a knife. It's like he was waiting to start something with somebody. And we ain't the ones. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't the ones. I don't play with the police. And I don't play them type of racist games. This is Alabama, baby. You know they're gonna take their side. So he pulled out the knife. I immediately called 911. I said, yes, sir. This man got a knife. This, that, and the third. Like, I need, come on, bring dispatch. Da, da, da. So I'm on phone with 911. I'm telling them the description. That's when they walking away. They're walking away as I call 911. And then we got the license plate. The license plate was right next to us. It's in the video. It's the little Mustang. It's right next to us. So the police stopped them immediately. They pulled them over immediately. And we told them what happened. We pressed charges on them. What y'all wanted us to do? For real. Like, honestly, it happened so fast. And nobody got the part where he pushed my friend. So if it was their word against ours, whose side you think they taking? And then you gotta think about it. Y'all gotta be smart in these situations. And then y'all in the comments like, oh, y'all better than me. We already know how this should go. Like, come on now. But we just not, he's on probation. Why are we finna touch these people? For what? If he already got a record, who they believe in? Honestly, though. For real, y'all gotta be smart about this. Be smart. And nobody caught that he pushed my friend first on camera. And all the surveillance cameras are pointed towards the businesses. So it wasn't no cameras pointed towards nothing. Like, we didn't have no evidence, no proof. So then what? If we would have killed them, then what? So we immediately pressed charges. Dispatch came. We pressed charges on them. We can get a warrant out for their arrest today, tomorrow. It was Sunday. Come on now. We just came from church. Don't nobody... y'all keep saying what y'all would have did. Okay. Okay, then go do it, please. When a white man come up to you and then you're in jail because they took his side over yours because there ain't no evidence. Oh. Keep it like that.
So yeah, she uploaded the clip on TikTok, likely figuring that a police report alone wasn't going to cut it, and internet detectives did their thing. So the one on the left is Brent Jones, who works at Bill Penny Toyota, and the other one is Spencer Wooster, who is apparently unemployed from the looks of things. Oh, and remember that guy calmly recording the whole ordeal? Apparently he gave an official statement too. Thank you, upstanding citizen. Internet detectives forwarded this to Bill Penny Toyota, where Brent works, and the company responded with a statement. We all know what that means, right? Attention, please. At Bill Penny Motor Company, we hold ourselves and our team members to the highest standards of integrity, professionalism, and respect. Recently, concerns have been raised regarding the conduct of Brent Jones. After careful consideration, we want to clarify that Brent Jones is no longer an employee of our company. Our mission remains, our company exists, to enrich the lives of our employees, customers, and communities we serve. This is achieved by having a servant leadership spirit and following our company's fundamental characteristics. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us directly. That's such a strange statement. Servant leadership spirit. Very, very strange choice of words there. But what is also funny is that our unemployed friend has a criminal record too.
We even have the pleasure of sitting through every single hairstyle that Spencer's ever tried out. And I gotta be honest, they're all bad. I can't pick one because, I mean, the shorter hair looks better, but even then, you look like a dollar store Mr. Beast, so it's not worth it. Just try a buzz cut or something. I don't know, man. Good luck. Maybe a mohawk. It'll make you look taller, so maybe you'll stop being so rageful. Let's take a look at Spencer's criminal record. Traffic violations, missing court dates, just, pure laziness. Typical thug here, always getting in trouble. No, domestic violence. It seems like always have a domestic violence charge. Why?
Finally, I want to share a few shorter clips I stumbled on while researching news stories. They don't have enough context for a deep dive, but they were pretty wild all on their own. This creep, for example, got caught filming under someone's skirt, enough said, so let's just watch.
He was taking pictures of her. He's clearing the pictures off of his phone. Ariel, get the... Brian, stop! Brian, stop.
Let's go.
You see that?
Yes, I did.
I see the video. I see the video on his phone.
He was. He went. I saw him.
Thank you.
Disgusting behavior. Thankfully, the woman behind the camera and her husband filed a report, and the guy got arrested. Not much more info beyond that at this point. Check out this next nutcase. She'll probably blame not having her morning coffee when confronted by her employer.
Property, bitch. Your ice property. Call ice too, bitch. Call ice too. I can't wait for y'all to get fucking deported. You need to get...
This is an F7 local train. The next stop is 76.
Yo, this gentleman right here just said if he wasn't at work, he would clock me. This gentleman. Oh, no. You got it. I still...
Look, there's bread.
What is that?
Okay, what was your order? What was your order?
It was a burger with nothing in it.
What does that look like to you? A burger with nothing.
Bread.
There's a what? Let me pass me the box. Pass me the box.
It's just like bread.
It says plain. It says plain.
Yeah, plain.
Yeah, that's
plain meat.
That's no. You say you ordered the burger with nothing in it. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So is the burger something or nothing? The burger is something.
Yeah.
So this is the burger with nothing. The meat
So
is
what?
something.
Mate,
Are you not understanding?
I can't eat that, bro. There's literally
You ordered the burger with nothing inside. There's nothing inside. Why are you complaining?
Why does she look surprised? You got exactly what you asked for. A burger with nothing in it. Stop acting surprised. And lastly, we have the scum of the earth, a porch pirate.
Give me the stuff that you took. Don't act stupid. My friend literally called me and told me that someone had just passed by. Give me that shit. Everything that you took. Why you baby taking mail for? Not even, what the f you gonna do with this? No. Everything
That
else.
was it, dude. That was
Give me
literally
everything
it.
else.
That was all.
Let me see the other bag.
This is not yours.
Let me see the other
I
bag.
gave you what I did.
Let me see the
Please,
other bag.
Let me go.
No, let me see the other bag. Where's the other stuff that
is
you
not
took?
Yours. The other stuff is
Okay,
not
and
yours.
it's, I'm pretty sure it's not yours either, so give it back.
Not everything was just not
Give
mine,
me everything
okay?
else.
I did take
Give me
it out the
everything
package,
else.
and I was wrong for that, but
Give me
that's it.
everything else. I'll give it back to the fucking people. You shouldn't be taking other people.
I don't need you to be doing this. If you want to call the cops, call the cops.
I'll call the cops on you.
Go
Give me
ahead.
that shit.
Call the
Give me
cops.
everything
I'd
else.
rather you just
Give
call
me
the cops,
everything else.
okay? Like nothing else is your
Give me
friends. I
everything
promise
else.
you that. I'm not